If this video found you, you are looking for your next opportunity, wondering where that next business opportunity, money opportunity, work promotion, etc. is going to come from, your creative endeavors, okay? It's not an accident. You landed here because Spirit Team has something that they want to tell you, all right? So welcome back to Cussing Clarity, y'all, where you know I cuss a little bit and gonna clarify a lot for you. So in today's reading, we're talking about what opportunity are you missing, okay? I'm gonna tell you what the opportunity is or where you are right now, okay? I'm gonna pull 4 cards. I'm gonna tell you why you're missing it, okay? What you're missing, the opportunity or the outcome of it, and some advice. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 4 cards for you today. Got 3 piles here. We got a 67 Camaro. Okay. And as y'all know, I use real practical everyday items to do my readings with because I feel like it helps people choose with their intuition. I do use crystals from time to time, or I'll pull a tarot or oracle if you're new. So I use everyday shit for everyday people. So the first deck we have here is the Divine Tarot, the Tarot of the Divine. Okay, that's going to be with the 67 Camaro. Second deck, I have a blue nail file, bow shaped, for the Villains Disney Tarot deck. Okay, for pile 2. Pile 3, we have Stimpy. Okay, he is a cat. For those of y'all that don't know, your little booty out. Okay, and that's going to go with the Cosplay Cats Tarot today. Okay, a bunch of cats literally cosplaying different movie and TV characters, etc. All right, so go ahead and pause if you need to. Let your intuition guide you. Again, we have a 67 Camaro, a bow nail file blue, and we have Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy, okay, for pile 3. Okay. Yep, a little flub. Pile 1. Welcome back, pile 1, to your reading. You chose the Tarot of the Divine and the 67 Camaro Hot Wheels. Okay, let's get into it. What opportunity are you missing? Okay, we're gonna get into where you are right now, doing a 4-card spread. What opportunity are you missing? Where are you right now? Okay, first card is going to represent you and maybe where you currently are. What are you missing? Okay, why are you missing it? The outcome and opportunity that may be arising. Okay, we have the Death card, and then any advice and how you can move forward. All right, so I'm doing a 4-card spread for you here today, and I'm also going to pull some oracle to tie it in together for you. So first card when we represents you is the Death card. All right, now Spirit, what is pile 1? Why are they missing it? Okay, we have the 10 of Coins in reverse. And what is this outcome of this opportunity? Okay, what is the outcome? How is this going to appear? Okay, we got 3 cards that fell out. I know it's a 4-card spread, but we got to listen to Spirit. Okay, the Sun, the Queen of Cups in reverse. Oh, sorry, the Queen of Cups and the Lovers in reverse. Okay, and let's get your outcome. Okay, energy, advice. I'm sorry, your advice. What advice do you have for pile 1, Spirit? What opportunity are they missing, pile 1? Okay, we have the 4 Wands in reverse. Okay, some good energy here. Okay, pile 1, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Where you are right now and the reason why you're missing an opportunity is because the Death card is telling me that you're refusing to let something end, okay? And I'm not talking about it's hard or you're still processing on how to. The real shit is you know it's over and you're holding on to it. But the 10 of Coins is going to tell you why, okay? I'm already seeing the picture. It could be a relationship, a past version of yourself, okay, or some type of habits that you know that you needed to let go. A job mindset even, okay? Some of us who work in corporate have learned over years of working corporate, working traditional jobs, that there's a certain level of decorum that they want you to have. And we kind of get into that mindset, and that can stifle us from starting our own businesses or even going after things creatively. Okay, the age-old trope of your parents want you to be a doctor, but you want to be an artist, right? And you're struggling to prove to people that being an artist, and so you settle for being a doctor and going to corporate because people have convinced you that this is where the stability is, okay? That could be an example of refusing to let go of a lifestyle mindset or how you view jobs, okay? So instead of closing the chapter that you know is supposed to be closing, you kind of like hovering over it. Okay, in this in-between space. What you're supposed to be doing is stepping completely into a new phase, but you're clinging to something that you already know has run its course, got its expiration. And it's comfortable, but it's going to block everything that you got going on. Okay? Why are you missing it with the 10 of coins? Okay? 10 of coins is always somebody, come on now, surrounded by family, okay? This talks about family legacy. This is what someone has built that they can pass on, or something that someone has built that brings them longevity. So when we're talking about a why are you missing something with this 10 of coins here, because you're expecting something long term, or you're looking too far ahead, okay? You maybe invested a lot of energy and time and identity into this thing that you don't want to let go. And so you think that it's a part of you. Okay. You're looking for stability and forever in this thing that you're refusing to let go. All right. And now that it's not going the way that you fucking planned, you trying to hold on to it a little bit longer to see if maybe it'll change. Maybe you can fix it. Okay. Maybe it will become what you expected it to be. But it's not going to do that, friend. Okay? Because you too attached to the idea of what it's supposed to look like and not what it actually is. Okay? But that's okay, because we could all fear instability in this goddamn economy. Okay? Fear of starting over. That example that I gave of breaking out of this mindset of what people told us is what stability and longevity is supposed to look like. Okay? Maybe even trying to keep up with the Joneses a little bit, friend. Not trying to get too cute, but maybe thinking that you should be in a certain place already and you're afraid to start over because it'll take away that illusion of looking like everything's working forward. And let me not say illusion, because it could be working for you, okay? But that idea of like, ooh, so-and-so got it all together. Look at Josh, honey. They got everything they need. Okay, look at Kelly doing the thing. Okay, these is examples, okay? You might not want to let that go, because starting over is going to look like failure. But what starting over is actually going to do for you is give you the release that you need to put yourself in this position that you're looking for, the longevity, okay? If it's something that you know has run its course, your next opportunity is not going to come until you're willing to let go of what you think it looks like, okay? Now, when it comes to the opportunity, Spirit said they wanted you to have these 3 cards to let you know what opportunity it is and what outcome it's going to have, okay? It may be something you already know and something you are trying to move towards. This may be new to you, and this may be how you're getting some clarity on what opportunities you should be going after, okay? But if you already have an opportunity in mind, you're already working on something, you're already trying to move forward, trying to grow within a specific field of expertise, etc., you're going to have to let go of your old way of thinking, or let go of the situation that you know has run its course, and fuck what it looked like, or what you think it's going to bring, or how it appears to other people. It might be giving you status. It might look cute. It might have everybody thinking like, damn, they got it together. So you're afraid to start over and start something new because you think that that's going to put you back at the bottom. How can you be at the bottom? You've already worked your way to where you are now. There is no bottom. Starting over does not mean from zero. You taking all the fucking knowledge and everything that you already gained with you. You're still you, okay? Wherever you are, there you are, okay? So what's waiting for you, okay? Because this is actually really beautiful, what's waiting for you, okay, friend? You ready for this? We got the sun, okay? And again, this is a divine tarot deck, and a lot of these are folklores, okay? So this is Ra. I think this is Oshun. And then we have Beauty and the Beast for the lovers in reverse, okay? What is waiting for you, friend? The opportunity and outcome for this is happiness and clarity and joy, okay? This is a real, undeniable sun shining on your face, beautiful joy, okay? The Queen of Cups is the queen of emotional stability, honey. This is your emotional peace. She is the queen. She is the top notch. Get the most, not the lesser. When it comes to emotional stability, can't nobody do it like her. Can't nobody cultivate emotional peace and self-love, softness like the Queen of Cups, honey. Okay, that's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, water sign energy. All right, that might be you. Then we have the Lovers in reverse. This is telling you to choose yourself above all else. Stay away from misaligned connections. Because let's be honest about this goddamn Beauty and the Beast story, because don't get me started, okay? Belle's daddy traded her as a prisoner because his little punk ass couldn't stand the heat. And I know she said like, oh, daddy, let me do it, but he let her do it, okay? Some people around you will sacrifice you in their place, okay? Be careful of those misaligned connections where people are taking from you and not giving. Also, she tried to fix him. Now, I know it sounds like a love story. He's grumpy. A witch done put a spell on him. Well, he could have been grumpy by his goddamn self. He could have worked on himself without her having to be prisoner there. Let's be for real, okay? Don't get me started on this. But this is staying away from misaligned connections. And those misaligned connections can look like people who aren't healed and aren't ready to accept the fact that you want changes in your life. This can be staying away from people who always got some negative shit to say when you do come up with an idea, or when you are trying to talk about the things that interest you, or when you just being joyous and happy. Stay away from motherfuckers who want to clown you when you get to talking about something that makes you giddy and makes you excited, and they like, that's not even that good. Well, then, bitch, let me motherfucking talk about how much I love Chipotle in peace. Stay away from connections that are misaligned, okay? So the truth of the matter so far with your spread is you want to be genuinely happy and have emotional stability as well as that financial legacy stability, okay? Choosing relationships and paths and business relationships and companies, etc., that actually align with who you are. But you cannot do that if you're going to stay stuck and you're going to hold on to your old beliefs and you're going to hold on to something that you already know has run its course, okay? I'm not going to keep playing with you, okay? That Lover's reverse is loud when it comes to the Queen of Cups and it comes to that Sun energy. Because if you really think about it, they don't match. This is the warning. When cards come out like this, when I choose a certain spread and spirits say, yeah, right, you thought it was going to be one card, but guess what? Boom, pow, pop, surprise. I got you 3. These 2 together let me know that this is definitely what pure joy looks like. Pure happiness. Uninhibited happiness, okay? The type of happiness that can't come externally. This is when somebody is one with themselves. This is when somebody is right, okay? How you gonna win when you ain't right within? You heard what our good sis Lauryn Hill said, okay? She kind of looked like Lauren a little bit. Look at the face. Look at the cheeks and the eyes. Okay? But Spirit is warning that if you don't stay away from misaligned connections, okay, this Lovers in reverse is loud, loud, loud. If you keep choosing something or someone that's not choosing you, until you stop it, the Sun and Peace emotional fulfillment combo is out of reach, okay? And emotional fulfillment does not mean that there won't be money or opportunity for you to grow in who you are intellectually and corporately, monetarily, academically, etc. Okay, this is just talking about there will be no outcome of any type of peace or emotional fulfillment if you're not willing to move on from things that have run their course and move on from people who aren't supporting you. Okay. The advice moving forward, we got the 4 of Wands, which is a beautiful story, okay? A Hindu story of a man and a woman marrying, okay? It's in the reverse. So it's that your spirit team wants you to know that, again, the forcing of something when it doesn't feel like home, when it doesn't feel right, if you're trying to find comfort in a situation that's unstable, fix and repair something that you know is already broken, when you know it's already time to move on, it's already time to hang up the jersey, okay? They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but what do they say if it's broke? Huh? Okay? Some shit ain't meant to be repaired. Some shit is meant to go in the trash after it breaks, okay? Except if something is not working. And because we have the Lovers and the Four of Wands here, I'm going to say this is what happens when we romanticize. When we dream about what things could be, even when we know for that it's not working. We can feel it. We can see it. We've acknowledged it. We've gotten signs and symbols from our spirit team, okay, from the universe that it's not working, but we're romanticizing what it would look like if it worked because you wanted to so desperately put it back together so that you can continue on this path. Well, guess what? The path that you're trying to cultivate, it's not for you. That's why it's not working. Your spirit team wants something different for you. So even if this is something you pictured you'd be doing your whole life, even if this is a plan that you started, even if that plan was going well, it's not working right now because it's not supposed to. Okay. And that period of unrest that you feel trying to put it back together is your spirit team trying to make you feel uncomfortable so that you'll stop trying to fucking fix it and put it back together. Okay. Be willing to rebuild even if it is inconvenient. Do not choose familiarity over real happiness and fulfillment, okay? You're not stuck because something is unfair or because doors are closing. You're stuck because you won't close a door that you know that should have been closed. You might know that you wasn't even supposed to walk through it, okay? Endings can be uncomfortable. Starting over is definitely fucking scary. But what happens if you stay with something that falls apart? Then where are you? How much would it cost you? Financially or even spiritually cost, okay? Cost can have so many meanings. Resonate with what you feel in your intuition when I say that. What would it cost you if you stayed on a sinking ship? What would it cost you if you stayed amongst the rubble? What would it cost you if you stayed in something that you know is falling apart? Okay. Spirit team is saying you have a beautiful new beginning waiting with emotional peace and aligned love. If whether that is love of what you do or love from people surrounding you. Okay. Let it end. No halfway, no 1 foot in, no 1 foot the fuck out. Okay. The longer you delay, your spirit team is telling you the longer it's going to take for you to get to that emotionally fulfilled space that you want to be in. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry for the noise. I'm dropping tarot boxes. I'm going to pull out some of my Jane Austen tarot based off of the Jane Austen romance novels. I like this oracle because it gives a longer explanation. Okay, this is going to help you put this reading into practice. It's going to help you claim this reading and kind of tie everything together. Okay, it's going to basically, I use these oracles to kind of summarize everything in a paragraph. Okay, for pile 1. Oh, okay, well, okay, card number 18. That number might mean something to you. Appease the wrath within. Angry people are not always wise. That's a quote from Jane Austen from Pride and Prejudice. Okay, there's an older woman. You know, she has some wrinkles in the forehead. Her hair potentially might be gray. It looks like she might have some tears. Okay, card number 18. That might mean something to you. So let's read it. Okay. An emotional storm is hardly the time for healthy action. When the big gray clouds colonize our heads, it's very difficult for you to have the clarity of mind to measure your reaction. So if you're going to let anger do the talking for you, or if anger has been visibly expressed by someone close to you, try not to throw oil on an already burning fire. It would be wise to calm down for a moment and return to a more clement inner climate. Come to your senses away from the turmoil and act calmly. Instead of ruminating on a stream of dark thoughts, take a walk, breathe slowly, and find that peaceful space inside you, the one you've just left. Remember, to react is to produce similar energy in return. To return the ball with the same intensity. To act is to use energy, not to reproduce, but to generate a new outcome. And this outcome can be favorable to you, but be the artist of your life. Create your own canvas with your most beautiful aspirations. So this is talking about what we just said. When you're giving a reaction and trying to give back what you received, right? If you're trying to reproduce similar energy in return, but Spirit is calling you to generate a new outcome. And this outcome can be favorable to you. Okay? You are the artist of your life. Create your own canvas with your most beautiful aspirations. Okay? Your spirit team is calling for you to aspire to do more, to be okay with starting over, per se. Okay? To be okay with accepting that there's something new out there for you. And I'm going to pull some of my Barbie Dream House Oracle as well. Okay, pile 1, and then we'll wrap up your reading. Okay. I ain't got no nails on today, honey. I'm in between designs. I do my own nails and I can't decide what I want to do. Okay. Spirit team for pile 1, the opportunity that they are missing. Okay, what is coming their way? And this is going to be over the next 3 months, actually. And I'm sorry I forgot to say that in the intro, but this is what life will look like in the next 3 months. Okay. Flute glasses, success, joy, raise. You'll emerge victorious. Prepare for a grand toast. What'd I tell you? It's going to be all right. You don't believe me? You want to see one? You want to see something else? Okay. Your name might even be in there. I ain't going to say nothing. Globe. Positioning, journey, clarity. Cross-cultural boundaries and new perspective will transform your thinking. That might mean something to you with the cross-cultural boundaries. Maybe you've been thinking about traveling. Maybe somebody has been asking you to travel for work. Maybe your next opportunity is somewhere that makes you feel a little bit of anxiety because it's not a place you're familiar with. Okay? Maybe crossing cultural boundaries. Maybe you learning a new language. Maybe this has to do with international business affairs of some sorts. Okay? Not the kind that's going to get the people trying to monitor. Okay? Listen. You know what I'm saying? It is a journey, though. Even this globe is telling you to seek out something different, okay? Seek out something that's outside of what you would normally do. All right? So Spirit Team is telling you it's okay to go after the things that you want to go after. It's okay to start over. It's okay to have a new, fresh idea. It's okay to start something outside of what you're familiar with, the path that you have currently gone down, that you dreamed up for yourself, or that maybe even other people told you that you should do. The path that you went down that was set forth by you and probably cultivated already for you by the people who were caring for you, your parents, etc. Maybe even falling into the hustle and bustle of society that says go to college, get a job, do this, work to raise a family. You might be afraid to let that go because that's what's familiar and that's what's been taught and that's what, you know, we've all been doing for years. And so going after the things that we actually love that bring us emotional fulfillment, it might be scary. But your spirit team is assuring you with the Sun card, the Queen of Cups, and the flute glasses that there will be a victory. Prepare for a grand toast. Okay, pile 1? Now you know better. Act like it. And never forget that if you want to get this in more in depth, you want me to go into more detail, hit me up in the link tree that's in this description. You can see me on TikTok. That's also going to be in the description. short readings on TikTok, as well as some shorts here on on YouTube, okay? If you need more clarity, always come back for another YouTube reading, or again, hit me up in the link tree down here in the description, and I'll be more than happy to give you a personalized recording specifically for you if you want to expand on this or you have any other questions. Now get out there and act like you know that you're great, and get out there and act like you know that you can do it. Okay? Love you. Bye. Welcome back, pile 2, to your reading. What opportunity are you missing? And this is going to be what life looks like for you over the next 3 months, okay? I'm going to ask your spirit team where you are right now. Okay, I'm going to do a 4-card spread. Where you are right now. What are you missing? Why are you missing it? Okay. And then the outcome of the opportunity or the opportunity itself, and then some advice on how to move forward. Okay. So you have the blue bow nail file here, and I know I ain't got no nails on today. Okay. I'm in between designs. I don't know what I want to do. Okay. And you chose the Disney Villains Tarot. So let's get into it. Okay. So for pile 2, what opportunity are you missing? Okay. What is your next 3 months going to look like for pile 2? What is pile 2's next 3 months gonna look like, spirit team? Okay. And if you hear, you know it's not by accident. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And you're welcome to pick more than one pile. If you saw an object that spoke to you, don't feel like you have to choose just one, okay? 3 of Wands. Cauldron here, okay? 3 of Wands in reversal. The spirit team wants you today, honey. They not playing with these shuffles. We got the 2 of Wands, honey. Who is this? That's Merlin and the little pink-haired witch from the Sword and the Stone. The 2 of Wands. Yeah, we know what's up. Wands, fire sign energy. That could be you. You could be Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, okay? It could just be talking about fire sign energy as far as things moving quickly, moving swiftly, okay? We have your first 2 cards. What opportunity are you missing? Why are you missing it? Here is the opportunity and the outcome for your 3rd pool, okay? Let's get a good shuffle on here, spirit team. What's the outcome opportunity for pile 2? Okay, all right. Ace of Cups, beautiful, in reverse. Okay, I think this might be the chalice that the lion from the Robin Hood or the Jungle Book drinks out of, I think. Okay. So we have, what are you missing? Why are you missing it? The outcome of the opportunity. Okay, and then we're going to get some advice for your 4th pool. Okay. Spirit said they want you to have 2. We got the 10 of Wands. Okay. The witch from Snow White. 10 of Wands in reverse for the outcome advice. Advice. And then we have Ursula, the Queen of Cups. Okay. Period. This came out in pile 1's reading as well. So emotional stability and wish fulfillment is out here in the universe for these piles, okay? Okay, so like I said, you have a lot of Wands energy here. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries is what the Wands suit represents for fire sign, okay? The Wands talk about creativity, okay? Matters of the heart, things that we want to go after that make us feel good. This is coming from our creative side, okay? Because I'm seeing a lot of 2s, 3s, okay? We have 1, the 1, 2, and the 3 being here, okay? It's like a countdown, okay? Spirit said 3, 2, 1, ready? I don't know how else to tell it to you. Spirit said 3, 2, 1, let's go. You ready? Okay? We talking about movement. With the 3, okay, 2 is about balance and 1 is about beginnings and inspiration. 3, 2, 1, let's go. They counted you down real quick. They said you wanted to hear about it. You wanted to know about your opportunity. 3, 2, 1, launch. 3, 2, 1, blast off, okay? What are you missing with number 1 card that we pulled? First card we pulled, okay? 3 of Wands in reverse. You're missing the opportunity because, like I said, wands are about action, okay? Because you're not taking action. That doesn't mean that you don't have a plan. That just means that you haven't executed it yet. You're second guessing yourself. That's what the 2 of Wands is telling me. The 2 of Wands is about teetering between 2 ideas. It could be 2 actual ideas, like Pepsi or Coke, okay? Or it could be, oh, do I want to? Do I not? Should I do it? Should I not? Is this a good idea? Oh, is this going to be too much? Is it the right time? Okay, that's that double-minded. With this, what are you missing here? Okay, this is talking about you're missing an opportunity for not taking action, and you're second guessing, and you're watching instead of moving. You might be doing, again, a lot of research without execution. Okay, you might be thinking about doing it, starting it, leaving something else, pursuing, going back to school, researching, okay? But you're not moving forward. You're just observing. You're in observation mode. You a looky-loo. I see you looking with your looking ass. But when you going to put all that research and stuff that you did and all that looking that you've been doing onto some paper so that you can execute an actual plan? What it say? 3, 2, 1, let's go. They're not playing with you, friend. Your spirit team is not here to play with you. They're here to give it to you straight up, okay? Why you're missing it? Because you're double-minded. It could be fear, okay? You might not even trust your decision-making. It might be a lot riding on this, so you think that taking your time is being cautious, but have you ever considered that caution you can mask fear as caution and say, well, I'm just being smart about it. Are you? Or are you being fearful? Okay? You might be afraid of choosing wrong and you rather stay where it's safe, possibly, okay? You might even be telling yourself that, well, I don't know what to do. Like, I know what I want to do. I know how it looks logistically, but no, you know what the hell you're doing, okay? You don't want to deal with what happens after that decision. Could be a little bit of imposter syndrome, fear of success, and that's okay. We all have it. Especially when the world tells us that, like, oh, practical, go to college, get a job, make money. Why do you think that those behind the scenes documentaries are so popular when they say, oh, did you know so-and-so grew up in a trailer in the backwaters of Tuscaloosa and they only had one suit and they showed up to the audition and they was 5 minutes late and they got the part right then and there and now they're the most famous? Those are so popular because they want you to think that that's what it looks like. And people are afraid, to be in that position where they say, do I take that risk? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. With the scenario that I just gave about the behind the scenes, if they already was living in a trailer in backwater Tuscaloosa and you only had one suit, what the fuck did you have to lose? Showing up to the audition late and possibly getting it, even if it was a no, what would that person have lost out on that day? This is where you are. So maybe journal about that. Maybe meditate on that. What would it look like if it all worked out? And if it doesn't work out, where would you be? Right where you are? Well, you comfortable where you are, friend? I hate to tell you that. If you already fucking comfortable where you are, which is the reason why you keep teetering between the decision, then you ain't gonna be nowhere but where you already at. So it's no way but up. 3, 2, 1, blast off. I don't know how else to say it, baby. The spirit team is already telling you. Now, I ain't yelling at you, friend. Let me calm down. I won't do too much on you. But I know that wondering, okay, well, if I do this, what if, this seems like my last shot. This seems like a once in a lifetime type thing. And if I go after this and it doesn't work out, I'm going to lose where I am now. You're right. You could. But think about what happens if you don't make the decision. Be smart, but don't be so fearful that you don't do it and you watch everybody else around you move forward. Okay? We never want to what if ourselves into emotionally crippling ourselves with fear. All right? When it comes to the why, again, are you missing it? We want to continue to pay attention to risk over growth, okay? Staying where is familiar or kind of stalling through overthinking. But again, life moves without you. Life moves whether you move or not. So don't y'all want to move together in a flow, okay? The outcome or opportunity, okay? The outcome of this decision that you should make, the outcome of what it looks like to kind of ease your mind and give you some insight on what it might look like. The Ace of Cups in reverse is going to talk about that if you continue to hold on to these things and you continue to be double-minded, then you will your heart will continue to get closed off. You'll start to you'll start to work yourself into a position where you will believe that opportunities are not happening for you because they're just not for you. Okay? And it's going to make it more difficult for you to move on. So if you don't take action externally and actually put what you're thinking of out there, it's going to harden you, because the Ace of Cups in upright is a gift from the universe. It's the universe giving you all the desires of your heart. Like, yes, it's a yes in the upright, but it's not a no. What it's saying is that you will work yourself into believing that the answer is no. You will put yourself into a position where you will believe that things are not moving forward because of external forces and not internal, okay? Not allowing yourself to receive or accept the joy that is waiting for you. Guarded because of past hurts or failures, or afraid to really believe in something deeply again, okay? This also could mean you pouring into other fucking people and neglecting yourself. You might be the Johnny on the spot type person that they can go to and get it done. You might got all kind of ideas when it comes to somebody else. Everybody else's ideas getting executed. You don't want to get into a position where you screaming at the sky, why not me? It is you. It is your turn. It's been your turn. It's been your go. Okay? You ever play cards with somebody and they sitting there with the goddamn cards in their hand and they don't realize it's their turn, they holding up the whole damn game? Yeah, why you holding up the whole game? Okay? Your cup is not open when it's upside down. Ooh, how can you receive if your cup upside down? Hello? How's somebody gonna pour into it? How can you get something in the cup that's upside down? Let me know. If you can defy the laws of gravity, let me know if you can receive anything into a cup that's upside down. Okay? Stop it. It's okay. Release that fear. All that research that you did, all that planning that you've been doing in your head, all that planning that you might even be doing on paper. Execute some of it. Just start small. If it's a business that you want to start small. Go get the website. Go get the domain name. Pick a fucking name. Make a logo, okay? Instead of doom scrolling, instead of kikiing on the phone, instead of, dating, even if you are in a committed relationship, take some time to yourself. Take a couple of moments. Get off that damn game and do the logo. Hello? Who am I talking to? All the things that you use as a distraction. Take an hour or so to make some movement. It'll help you feel better, I promise you. It'll renew your faith in this idea. Apply for the jobs. Apply for the schools. All the research that you've done, what is the first step that you're going to take to put some of it out there, to put one foot in front of the other? Okay? When it comes to the advice, we pulled the 10 of Wands, okay? And again, we got that Wands energy out here, okay? And we have the Queen of Cups, which is a good energy to have when it comes to your outcome, when it comes to your advice. What you can do to put what this reading, what's coming through for you into practice. Emotional maturity is what the Queen of Cups is all about, okay? Now, don't get me lying. I don't know why the hell they put Ursula for that. Okay. But it's always some kind of sea creature, mermaid, and any other decks, okay? because this represents the queen of the water signs, Aries, oh, I'm lying, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? She's the queen of emotional stability. She's the queen of emotional awareness and self-awareness and intuition, okay? She's the queen of knowing how to go after what's in her heart. She's the queen of knowing how to take care of herself. And even though this is a feminine energy, this can also refer to a male, okay, a man, because we all have both masculine and feminine energies. And just because this is the Queen of Cups doesn't mean that I can't be speaking to you if you're watching this and you are a man, okay? This just means someone who knows themselves and who knows how to take care of themselves and who knows how to put themselves first, okay? This is the advice. Use your intuition. 10 of Wands in reverse is talking about laying burdens down. She's got a whole bushel of wands here that she's carrying and burdening herself with when it's in the reverse. You're carrying too much. Put some things down that do not belong to you. If it's not going to help you get to your next spot, if it's not going to help you move to your next destination, put it down. Now, I'm not saying put down responsibilities that keep things going, okay? If you have a family, if you have pets, if you are at a corporate job, what I am saying is put down what isn't necessary. And the Queen of Cups is the queen of intuition, so she knows exactly, okay? This energy knows exactly what things can be put down and won't nobody get hurt, okay? You can put it down and everything is going to still be okay. The world is still going to move. It ain't going to throw nothing out of balance. You know, no one's going to be upset. No one's going to have any adverse effects to you putting shit down that don't belong to you and that are not productive for you to move forward, not conducive for what it is you got planned, okay? What's not yours to carry, check the bag. Hello? What I say? Check the bag. It ain't no carry-on. Let somebody else do it. Now, sit with your emotions instead of running from them is what the Queen of Cups also says too, okay? The intuition, the self-love, self-awareness, emotional maturity, the queen of emotional stability, okay? Nothing is going to happen for you right now because you're not actually participating in your own life, friend. I hate to say it. You waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel sure, waiting on a sure sign. This is the sign. Make a move even if it ain't perfect the first fucking time. Let's say you wanted to be a basketball player. You ain't bought no basketball shoes. That's crazy. Start with that. Your problem is, and I'm not trying to get cute with you, but your problem is that let's say you want to be a basketball player. You think you're supposed to be playing in the NBA, crossing people up and you know, shooting threes right away. You ain't even bought the damn shoes. You ain't even been on a court. Doesn't mean that you won't be the greatest. Doesn't mean that you won't be great at it. But start with the small. Don't jump so far ahead that you overwhelm yourself. Small little bites every day. Keep a calendar if you need to. 1 hour of this. Okay? 45 minutes here. You know what? I ain't got nothing to do right now anyway. I ain't gonna do nothing but sit here and watch my favorite comfort show that I'm not actually watching because I saw it so many times I can replay it 1,000 times in my mind. Take that as the moment to do something else. Okay? I don't care if you soaking in the bathtub and you got to, you know, listen to something that is going to set you, you know, to the next level. Let's say it is a class. Let's say it is a course or a YouTube video or some type of instructional, informational. Do that when you feel as though that is the moment where you don't feel overwhelmed and burdened. That's a small step towards the right direction. Okay? That's your advice. That is your overall reading. I am going to pull some oracle for you from our Jane Austen oracle. Okay? Based off of Jane Austen novels. I have some oracle cards here for you to tie this reading in for you. Pile 2. Okay. Let's wake it up for pile 2. Okay. What opportunity pile 2 missing, and what does the next 3 months look like for pile 2? Card number 7 might mean something to you. Okay. Hypersensitive. Within you is a space for recollection, which could be very useful to your sensitive soul. Take advantage of this opportunity to rediscover calmness and serenity. Okay, and I'm going to read that for you. Card number 7. Marianne Dashwood's sensitivity allows her to be touched by the people around her, but sometimes this sensitivity can turn into a form of susceptibility. When we take things to heart, we act and react hastily. You may recognize yourself in this trait, and your hypersensitivity may sometimes play tricks on you. Even though it might feel like a burden on a daily basis, it is actually a real gift. As a sensitive being, you need to be able to distinguish your own emotions from those of others. Going back and forth between negative and positive emotions can be exhausting. So to avoid juggling between sadness and passion, happiness and scandal, find your own little corner of quiet meadow. When you open your eyes and you look out, and when you close them, you look in. There's a quiet space inside you, a sanctuary where you can take refuge in the silence of your mind and soul. It does take a little practice, but then you can't live without it. Okay, this is inspired by Marianne Dashwood from the book Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. And what this is talking about is exactly what we said with the Queen of Cups energy. Okay, emotional stability. If you go into a quiet place and you allow yourself to meditate on your thoughts, what you want to do, all that research that you've done, filter through it and figure out what belongs and what doesn't belong so that you don't feel overwhelmed with the execution. Okay, again, with the example, if you want to be a singer, buy the microphone first. Okay, stop trying to sell out stadiums in your mind and then you get overwhelmed. Retreat to a quiet place. Queen of Cups energy, emotional stability and fulfillment. Be able to open up to yourself instead of blocking out all the things that you think are going to go wrong. Okay, stop hiding behind indecision and hiding behind all that research and trying to hide behind putting all of these things into practicality and creating a futuristic timeline. And just start small. Just breathe. Okay, if you're a person who meditates, that might be good for you. If you have a home that you live in that kind of has a lot going on, hustle and bustle, moving around, if you work a fast-paced job, find a moment. Find a moment to really think and breathe so that you can begin to start executing and set some of that stuff down that doesn't belong to you and that is not something that is going to be productive for taking you to the next. Okay, our Barbie Dream House Oracle here. Oh, Spirit said 2. Fish tank. What'd I say? Harmony. Few. Space. Too many fish suffocate. Too many contacts drain your vibe. Set it down. Okay, we got pet. Loyalty, companionship, and purity. True loyalty is by your side. Don't expect too much from others. Okay? Listen to your voice. Put it down. You're doing a lot for everybody else. Work on your dreams. Work on yourself. Work on the things that you want to move forward with. Okay? I'm going to pull one more oracle. Okay? For you, pile 2. Okay? We have the hammer. Focus, impact, precision. A well-aimed blow is worth 100 random strikes. Ooh, know exactly where to apply the force. Make a plan. Okay? Make a plan. Because what you're doing now is 1,000 little strikes with all this research and all this planning you're doing in your mind. Execute it. Well-aimed. Okay? That's going to require you to set some stuff down. Focus. Inner retreat. Okay, find a quiet space for yourself. Too many fish in the fish tank. What it say? Okay. You are your star fucking player. nurture and cultivate yourself so that you can begin to take those small steps and stop thinking of jumping ahead so far that those small steps seem overwhelming. Just do something small. I promise you it'll change your outlook. I promise you it'll give you the confidence to actually believe that this is going to work. Okay? That's your reading. That's your clarity, friend. Okay, pile 2. If you need something more in-depth and you want a personalized reading regarding this topic or any other topic, there's the link tree in the bio. Okay. You can also catch me doing readings on Thursday nights at 9 Eastern on TikTok. That's also going to be linked in the description. You can find me there. Follow me. And now you know better. Pile 2, now act like it. Love you, bye. Okay, welcome pile 3 to your reading. What opportunity are you missing? This is going to be what the next 3 months is going to look like for you, okay? And we got Stimpy, the cat from Ren and Stimpy. And we have the cat cosplay tarot, okay? And don't forget his little booty out. That's so funny to me, and I'm going to keep talking about that, okay? So, there he is right there, okay? What opportunity could you be missing? Okay, what is the next 3 months going to look like for you? What's knocking? Okay, what's knocking but you ain't answering? I don't know how to go. Okay, I hear you knocking but you can't come in. I don't know. I ain't no singer. Okay, for pile 3. Okay, cat cosplay deck with the Stimpy with his booty out. Yeah. Pile 3, what opportunity are you missing? We're going to have 4 card spread here today, okay? What are you missing? Why are you missing it? The opportunity or outcome and advice. And then I'm going to pull some oracle for you, okay? So the first card is what opportunity missing? Ooh, okay. We're going to listen to Spirit. I said 4 card spread, but Spirit said the first 2. So this is you and where you at. They're both in reverse, okay? We got 2 of Wands. Princess Tiana. So cute. Okay. And baby, we got the Lovers, which is Clawlin and Penelope Bridgerton. Okay. Don't get me started on Colin and Penelope because I'm not going to lie to you. I ain't like that matchup, to be honest. Penelope should have moved on. He ain't want her. Okay. They were both in reverse. Okay. So this is representing you and the opportunity. What you're missing, okay? Since we have 2 came out for the first one, I'm going to go ahead and read these before I move on to your other 3 cards. Okay, so in the terms of what are you missing, I'm not going to drag it, okay? You missing the opportunity because you won't make a choice. Boy, I tell you what, because look how Colin was acting. Colin was missing it. That's why I think Penelope should have never dealt with him. But we ain't talking about Bridgerton today, okay? It's not a line. You're not making a choice. The 2 of Wands is talking about somebody being double-minded, okay? It usually depicts a person standing between 2 wands, looking out into the ocean, looking out into the beyond. Sorry, okay? This is fire sign energy as well for both these cards. This can talk about making the decision swiftly. Your spirit team may be urging you to do that. Okay? A decision is going to affect your future in a big way, and it's not negative. You're overthinking. You're waiting for a bunch of signs and symbols. You maybe have been seeking a lot of clarity and maybe asking the same questions over and over, friend. I'm not going to, lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You playing small. You need to be thinking big. You know that sound from TikTok? You need to be thinking big, bitch. You playing small. Okay? This isn't a casual type choice neither. This is going to shape your life. And it's probably, you know it. That's why you're avoiding it. Okay? You have a clear path in front of you. And you avoiding taking down that path because you afraid of what's going to come next. You don't want to know if it all works out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. ain't no sense that these two cards came out of here, because anybody who know me know I don't really fool with this movie, but it's a whole nother day. But remember how the prince wanted something quick, quick, quick. Miss Tiana was working down to the bone, down to the bone, down to the bone to make her dreams come true. Two opposite sides of the coin, right? But both doing things, in my opinion, that wasn't really going to get them very far. Because if I'm going to be honest, Tiana should have asked Charlotte for that goddamn money. You going to come to my place of business. You going to come to my 15th fucking job and ask me to make some beignets because you might possibly about to maybe meet a man to get married. Girl, run me some coins so I can open up this goddamn restaurant and cook my daddy's gumbo. That's what she should have did. Okay? I know she wanted to do things and try to make it seem like she did it on her own when really she should have asked that woman for some goddamn money. You supposed to be my friend. You don't come up here and ask me to make some beignets. Okay? That might be you. Trying to do too much. Trying to work hard because you don't want nobody to give you nothing. You don't want nobody to say they helped you. Absolutely not. You do need to allow maybe for people to help cultivate your dreams. That might be what's holding you back. That might be why you sitting in limbo and overthinking. Okay, asking for all these signs and symbols because you don't want to let people in to help you get to where it is that you need to go. And I understand some people can be shady, but vet them appropriately and accept the assistance. And we got Colin over here couldn't see right in front of him. Girl done loved him for 1,000 years and he wanted to go and remember when he ran away and start traveling all over the world? And then what happened? He got his ass out there and he got lonely. And he came home and now all of a sudden he want to get on a ton and want to look for him a girlfriend. And no. The avoidance, okay? Not seeing what's right in front of you, trying to get it out the mud, trying to do it on your own. Don't want nobody to help you because you think it's accepting a handout when really you can just let people who say like, hey, I know a guy, vet the situation. But yeah, if somebody say I know a guy, then check it out. It doesn't have to be hard in order for you to claim success. Let me say it again. It doesn't have to be hard in order for you to claim success. Don't let that shit fool you. Don't let how in society we tell each other, and you know, it's been told to us and drilled into us that like, oh, if you didn't work hard and you didn't put blood, sweat, tears, you know, success can be easy too. If you're here in this reading, then you believe in manifestation. If you believe in manifestation, and that right there alone defies everything that they have told us. You can get something for just believing that you can fucking have it. Okay? All that double-mindedness, overthinking is what you're missing this opportunity, okay? Now let's do why are you missing it? For pile 3. Why are you missing it? Now, we already know the why, okay, about the double-mindedness. You're maybe missing, you know, those who are actually trying to help you cultivate your dreams and those who are actually trying to see you as successful and see you through, okay? Oh, there we go again with the 2. They playing with you. They talking about you, friend. Their spirit is talking about you. They saying 2. Since you don't mind want to be in 2 places, we're going to pull 2 cards for everything. We have the Ace of Wands, okay? So we're getting some good Wands energy here. Fire sign energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, okay? This can also mean that things are moving fast like fire. Ace of Wands, we got Dr. Boop, okay? Doctor Who. And then we got Breaking Bad, Whisker White, and Jesse Pinknose with the 4 of toe beans, which is coins, okay? The 4 of coins, 4 of pentacles. And this is why, okay? This is very good when it comes to talking about why are you missing this opportunity. Control. Now, if you ever seen this, you know Walter was controlling as hell. Walter was controlling, baby. He was sensitive about that little shit he was cooking up. Okay? He was not going to let nobody have no ideas other than him. But remember, if you seen it, it got his ass in trouble a lot of times. Yeah, he was the genius behind the shit. But come on now, Walter. You could take a little bit of advice, okay? Missing it. Why are you missing it? Ace of Wands and the Four of Tobins, Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles. Because you want to be pulled forward. You want to get excited about the next opportunity. But then you shut down because you don't feel like it's in control. You don't see far ahead enough. Okay? You want something new, but you don't really want to take no risks to get it. Well, you can't start a new chapter if you're going to grip tight to the old one. Okay? You don't see too far ahead. That's your problem. You don't see it far ahead enough to think that it's worth it. And you might be somebody who overplans and overthinks. And so because you don't have insight on what it's going to look like in the next 10 years, you don't really want to go after it because you're like, well, I don't really see, I want to. This is on my mind. This is on my brain. This is something that I want to do. It makes me excited and happy when I think about it. But I'm clinging on to dear life to what's familiar because at least the familiar I can control. Ooh, gotcha. Yeah. And that don't work, friend. That doesn't work. Clinging on to the past don't help you get to the future, okay? It's okay to be cautious and to want to be smart, but we don't want to get in a mindset where we never take risks at all, okay? All right. So why are you missing it? Fear of letting go control, fear of not being able to see exactly the outcome, being able to predict. Okay. Let's get the outcome and slash opportunity, okay? The outcome or opportunity. What is this going to look like? Now, again, this is projected for your next 3 months, and I'm asking Spirit Team to give us some insight on what your next 3 months could look like. Oh, they really playing with you, friend. Oh, they playing with you for real. Okay, we got the 9 of Wands, Kevin McCallico. Okay, he supposed to be home alone. Look at how they got the little wig on that cat. The 9 of Wands. Okay, so we're still getting fire sign energy out of here with the Wands. And then we have Strength in reverse, which is Captain Kirk Kitty. He's cute. Okay. Now, this is some powerful energy here when it comes to the outcome of this opportunity, okay? The projected next 3 months. It's going to be a little tough to hear because the opportunity is to become someone who's more self-controlled, resilient, stronger, okay, with strength in reverse. This is your inner power and courage, emotional mastery. But you're afraid of that. You don't think that you've done that. You think that you haven't done enough research, that you haven't worked in the industry long enough, that you are not as smart as everybody else. You think that you are in competition with everybody else that might be doing this same thing instead of worrying about the fact that you're called to do this, whether it be corporate or a creative endeavor, starting your own business, because it is for you. But what everybody else got going on, you can learn to trust yourself again. You might be letting past no's. No, but don't forget. Did you ever think about this? The people who told you no in the past, did you even check to see if they was even qualified to fucking say yes? Who put their ass in charge? Huh? Sometimes we let people hurt our feelings that don't have no business hurting our feelings because was you even qualified to make that goddamn accusation towards me? Not accusation, assessment of me. Was you even qualified to make that criticism? Let me see your credentials. Sometimes we get our feelings hurt over people who lack the fucking credentials to even assess us correctly. Yeah. Don't let the past no's make you feel or define how much you're willing to put effort into moving forward, okay? And then we have the 9 of Wands with the Kevin McAllister, honey. You're not left behind. You can be tired. That's okay. You need to be braver than the no's that you got, and braver to start over, and to understand that even though those people may have told you no, or there could be people around you that say that they're for you and care for you, but they're not actually acting like it, okay? You're allowed to act on what excites you, and you're allowed to push through any fatigue or fear that you have. Okay, not in like a reckless type way, but in a very intentional, you know, you're still allowed to plan without overthinking. Those are two different things. Okay, but you might see overthinking and planning as synonymous. Ate you up. And advice. Okay, what advice does Spirit Team have for pile 3? Oh, Justice in the reverse. Batman. Batman. Okay, Justice in the reverse. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you the truth, friend. Justice in reverse for your advice. Okay, your spirit team wants you to know that you are avoiding the truth, meaning that you know what you're supposed to be doing. You might be making excuses, might be even letting past no's or past hurts dictate what's going to happen in the future. You won't let go of control because you don't see the bigger picture. You're refusing to follow what's on your heart because you don't see how fruitful it can be, because you're trying to overplan. You're trying to plan this thing out all the way down to the, letter. That's not how life works, okay? You're allowed to take things day by day. Of course, you want to be smart about it. You want to make sure it's the right decision. If it's monetary that you're looking after, you want to make sure it's going to make money, okay? But you trying too hard to come up with the scenario. Force the outcome and say, if I do this, 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 and this, then this, this, and this, and this will happen. Well, you don't see that this, this, and this, and this will happen. So you're like, well, then I'm not going to make a move yet, because I don't know what it may be. Well, that's the point in taking risks. That's the point in going after the things that are desired on our hearts, is that you don't know how it's going to turn out, but your spirit team is saying it's going to turn out successfully, even if you don't want to believe it, okay? You know what's aligned and what's not aligned with the justice for the advice. But instead of acting on it, you bending, trying to put things together into place, trying to shove puzzle pieces together that don't fit together because you want to be comfortable, okay? It's not the right time. I need to be sure. Let me just wait a little bit longer. No, you're delaying your own progress. You're delaying your own future. Okay? It's not confusion. It's just plain avoidance. I'm going to be honest. You're not confused. You don't need no more signs. You know what the opportunity is. You feel pulled in a specific direction. You might even know how to execute it. You already done all the fucking research. And the justice is literally like the wake-up call of telling you to hold yourself accountable. Be just in how you think about yourself. Be honest, okay? You cannot ask for alignment. You cannot come to these readings and ask for alignment and clarity if you're going to avoid making the aligned decision. If you want growth, you can't be in the safety zone, okay? If you want something new, you can't refuse to act different, to refuse to move differently and act differently, okay? Be honest about what you already know and what you've already envisioned and where you have come so far. And instead of prioritizing like a comfort and maybe like trying to stay where you know what's going to happen, stay where it's predictable, okay? It's okay to feel a little bit uncomfortable without getting yourself into a situation of recklessness, okay? But I'm going to pull some Oracle. Yeah, I did. I'm going to pull some Oracle to help tie in this reading for you, pile 3. Okay? And don't forget that if you need a more in-depth reading and you want to know more and expand on this particular reading, there's a Linktree link in the description where you can get a private reading directly from me to you. Okay? And if you want to ask a different question or expound on something else, you can hit up that Linktree. I also do readings every Thursday night collectively. You can hit me up on TikTok and see me Thursday nights at 9 Eastern. That's also going to be linked below. And there we go. Okay. From the Jane Austen Oracle deck, based off of Jane Austen novels, we have card number 9. Okay, we had some 9s show up in here. A toxic relationship. Someone close to you may be damaging your morale or relationships at the moment. Protect yourself from their influence. Let's read. She's being puppeteered. Okay. I think this is a carnation, if that means anything, in card number 9. So I'm going to read that. This card warns you that they can be a John Willoughby, sabotaging your life, or at least undermining your morale at the moment. Is there a selfish, manipulative, hypocritical, disloyal, dubious, or contemptuous person in your circle right now? Damn, they ate that person up. Is this person playing you? Is he or she driving you crazy? If the idea of running into them, receiving a call or message from them makes you feel stressed, or if even the mere mention of them makes your palms sweat, these are strong indicators. Perhaps it's time to take stock of this relationship, which has an unfortunate tendency to complicate your life and put you in an uncomfortable situation. Perhaps it's time to make the decision that will make you feel better. You could reorganize your day-to-day life so as to avoid being in the presence of this person too often, or at any rate to suffer less from their toxic influence. You're doing it for yourself. Preserving your well-being and life will reward you. And this is inspired by John Willoughby, a character from Sense and Sensibility novel. So what this is talking about could even be literal person. It could be you in your own way, but you're being called to reassess how you're viewing this. It could be the reason for this here, where you have gotten so many no's. But remember, is that person even qualified to say yes? How you gonna say no? Are you even qualified to assess me? Are you even qualified to give me critique in the first place? Even if that person is in a titled position, are you really actually qualified to be judging me? That might be the person that's got you feeling some type of way and crippling you to not be able to move forward. Okay, stifling. It could be an actual party. This could represent you. Could represent an actual party in your life. But take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? Because this is collective, so that might not pertain to everyone. But if it hits you, hey, what we gonna do from here on forward, okay? Let's get some Barbie Dreamhouse Tarot in here, okay? To go ahead and tie this all together for real. Spirit team for pile 3. Opportunities. What is the next 3 months looking like? Okay. Pet, loyalty, companionship, and purity. True loyalty is by your side. Don't expect too much from others. And then we have flute glasses, period. Success, joy, raise. You'll emerge victorious. Prepare for a grand toast. Now, if you watched more than one reading and you got this again, I'm not going to say it again. If this is the only reading that you've watched on this particular video, still the same. Success is waiting for you. Your spirit team wants you to know that it's not going to be for nothing. Okay? The risk will be rewarded. I'm going to get one more because I just want to be in your business. Okay. Ooh. Trash can. Release, restart, renew. Your hands can't hold new gifts while gripping old trash. Sometimes the kindest choice is to walk away. Now, what they say? Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that before? Mm-hmm. Now you know better. Act like it. Go out there and act like you know what the hell you're doing. Walk out there. Step out there. Now, I know, we ain't really feeling her right now, but she said when I walk in, sit up straight. I don't give a fuck if I was late. Go out there. You got this. Success. Something to celebrate. This will be successful. You just have to get out of your own way, okay? Now you know better out there. Act like it.